Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to make a really quick video about the cold DM process that you guys could use for your agency. And I do recommend cold calling as the best outreach strategy, but cold DMs is probably second to that. And for some niches, it's even the best. I think cold calls is the best, not just because it'll get the most appointments set, but also because it'll actually change you as an individual the most. It'll make you far more confident and have so much more conviction on the presentation just because you understand how to talk to people over the phone. Anywho, let's get into it. So basically, the first step here that you'd want to do is to go on Instagram, go to the search bar and type in your niche, whether it be med spas, whether it be roofing and solar, whether it be gyms, it doesn't really matter, but type in your niche. You could even type in like hashtag med spas US, hashtag med spas UK, hashtag roofing UK, hashtag roofing US, wherever you are, whatever country you're doing this in. And to actually automate this really easily, you could go on Phantom Buster, which is this really, really helpful website that actually allows you to automate your lead generation. What you could do is you could just type in your hashtag, filter it, and you could sign in for a free trial. It's like a 14-day free trial, I'm pretty sure. It'll give you a massive list or a spreadsheet of so many different businesses to reach out on Instagram. And then you could simply just have those, go through them, look through them. But I'm sure you won't even need to use this just because it's super easy to look them up on Instagram and just go from there manually. After doing that, you want to make sure that it's a business account. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure that it's a business. You could tell by looking in the description. They'll have like the address and stuff. You could also tell by the pictures. They'll have like before and afters or whatever it is that's in your niche. You could easily tell. It'll be pretty self-explanatory. Next thing is, before actually DMing, you'd want to like a few posts and kind of interact a little bit. The point of this is kind of to make sure that there's no way that they can't pass over you. If you're liking, commenting, and DMing them, as long as there's someone that's controlling their Instagram account, they have to see you and even comment to check their DMs because you have a quick question. Then people that check comments will see that you have a DM that you sent them, and they'll go to DMs to see your actual question. And the first step would be to DM them a question that has nothing to do with your offer, nothing to do with selling them anything, but to DM them a question that makes you look like you're actually a prospect or a client for them. So then they have to respond, or else they're just bad business people. They're going to respond if you ask a question like this. And you just say, hey there, I just had a quick question. Do you offer Botox or dermal fillers? This is for my niche specifically, but if it's for your niche and you're doing roofing, you might ask, hey there, I'm just asking, do you guys do solar? Or whatever it may be. Ask them a question about their services. The next thing would be permission to pitch. Permission to pitch just means that you're going to ask them a simple question that they have to respond to again, but it's something that's more personal meaning, and they could easily tell that it's not a client anymore, but they could also tell that this is someone that might actually be able to help them. And so it's like, the first thing here is, do you ever feel like the business owns you rather than you own the business? I'm asking because I run an agency and I'm trying to get an understanding. That's a really good one. Another one is great, and I know you get flooded with a pool of pitches on here. Do you mind if I add the tsunami? Just a little bit of wit on that and just kind of be funny. It'll initiate some sort of response. And the next one is cool. I could tell you have great services. Do you ever feel like they're difficult to sell? So these are 3 questions that you'd ask. And feel free to kind of change these. They're obviously malleable depending on your niche and everything like that. You then throw them a pitch. And these are 3 different versions of my pitch. You could, again, change these based off of your niche, but first one is, I help people with this sort of thing. Now, I'm not trying to sell you something without your permission, but if you have this problem and I have a solution, then having a chat would make some sense. If you want me to get lost, then I will, but if you need this problem solved, then give me the green light and we can maybe have a chat. Now, I got this from other SMMA YouTubers, especially Charlie Morgan, who's a master at acquisitions. You go subscribe to his channel if you haven't already to get more information. But this whole system, it works so well. The second one here is, the reason I asked is because I help med spas with this sort of thing. Now, I'm not trying to sell you something without your permission, but if you have this problem, there's a good chance I can help you fix it. If you want me to get lost, then I will. Just, some funny wit. But if you need this problem solved, then give me the green light and we could chat. This one's kind of more simple, depending on the situation. It's good to have different options because these are just you copying and pasting them into and maybe changing out the names and a few other little things. The next one here is the completely blunt offer, which this one I like to have like a little blunt version of things just because it makes things way more concise and consolidated. This is like, for example, hi Rebecca, my offer is I'll bring you new clients for free and I'll get a fraction of the money I make you. I work for you and help you bring in clients and don't get paid unless I get your results. This is secured in a simple contract. Does that sound fair? It's like if they say no, then they're obviously delusional. It's like they have to be like, okay, well, it's extremely blunt and it almost sounds a bit aggressive, but it's almost like, why wouldn't I? when you hear that you're getting free clients, and then you say, if this does make sense, we should book a quick call whenever you're free, and I can go over how I'll do this for you. And then you could just kind of go to asking them whenever they have like a 30-minute break in the next few days, so you could schedule a meeting. You can maybe even send them your calendar link from there, or you could ask them when their calendar is open, they'll give you a slot. And then after that, just make sure that you end with getting them getting their email or phone number to be able to contact them and remind them to come. Because what a massive problem is, and I've noticed this with my cold calls, is that I've been getting their business email, and with their business email, we kind of just blend into the pool of pitches that they already have, so they don't really see us. So try and get their personal email or their personal phone number, not their business, so that you could actually contact them. And then to make sure they show up, just kind of give them some text or email confirmations for the appointments, or for the appointment a few minutes after the call or right after the call, and then text them or email them every day leading up to the appointment, or every other day depending on when it is. It might be tomorrow, it might be in a week from now. So kind of have your own strategy and pacing up until then, but just make sure that you do remind them so you are sure to show up. So this is the quick system. This is a really good one for you guys to use if you guys have not that much time on your hands and you want to kind of automate outreach. This is a great way to get a lot of prospects just by simply typing on your phone or your computer. Way better than cold email. Way better than cold email. I don't think it's as good as cold calls when you're just beginning, but it is probably more optimized than cold calls, because over a long enough period of time, if you have a really good strategy like this, you could probably close a lot of appointments just by reaching out on Instagram. Yeah, so I hope this helps. If it does, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.